Wake up, Commander Nation. Do you want to see Jaden Daniels in pieces? The franchise is on the edge of collapse. 3 Titans from the draft could save the offensive line. But one already has half the NFL wanting to steal him? If Adam Peters hesitates, this QB will be cannon fodder. And while you breathe, Mel Kiper drops the bomb. ACB with cheetah-like speed is in the sights. Speed of 4.28. Will he be the savior of the secondary, or a dangerous luxury that leaves Daniels without weapons? But wait, John Bates could leave in 7 days. Do you really think a rookie will replace the linebacker killer? If they don't act today, the Giants will kidnap him and the road to the Super Bowl will freeze. You decide. Do you demand Washington to fight, or watch as they bury their QB live? Hit that subscription button and don't take your eyes off, or you'll make the costliest mistake in history. The debate is on in Washington. Commanders family. And how do you think the Commanders are going to protect their star Jaden Daniels? Because let me tell you this, if the kid gets injured, this team can forget about competing in the NFC East. And here comes the bomb. The management is already making moves after the scouting combine to fortify the offensive line. 3 names are buzzing. And believe me, one of these could be the cornerstone of this franchise. First, let's talk about Josh Conerly Jr., the tackle from Oregon. Let me tell you something. This guy moved at the combine like he had wheels on his feet. 1.71 seconds in the first 10 yards, 34.5 inches of vertical jump. Brother, that's pure explosion. Chad Reuter from NFL.com already paints him as the smoothest mover in the drills. And here comes the crucial part. Out of all the mock drafts, Conerly falls directly to Washington's pick 29. But I ask you now, do you think he will make it there? Because if he keeps shining like this, someone else will steal him first. That's how this business works, family. But don't despair. Because here is Plan B, Jonas Savainia, the Giant from Arizona. This man is a tower with 33 and 7/8-inch arms. And he played both tackle and guard. Listen to this. If Conerly rises in the projections, Savainia will be the smart choice. Reuter describes him as a fluid mover with power in his hands. And guess what? Adam Peters loves versatility. Guard, tackle, this guy can play anywhere. And on a line that needs raw talent, Savainia is gold. Now. The surprise, Tyler Booker, Alabama, and Will Campbell, LSU. Top 10? Yes, 2 weeks ago. But now, if these guys have a disastrous pro day, they could fall like stones. Campbell, with his short arms for some, and Booker, with doubts about his consistency. Could Peters take a leap in the draft? If any of them fall, don't rule out any possibility. Because as they say, in April, nothing is impossible. But here's the crux of the matter. What does Washington need to prioritize? An elite left tackle like Conerly? A wild card like Savainia that covers multiple positions? Or risk moving up in the draft for a fallen Booker Campbell? I tell you that without a strong line, Jaden Daniels will be in danger. If Peters doesn't bring at least 2 quality reinforcements, this will be a minefield for the rookie. Now it's up to you, Commander Nation. What would you do? Use pick 29 on a top tackle like Conerly? Bet on Savainia's flexibility? Or take a chance on an unexpected fall of Booker Campbell? Are you ready to enter the line of fire? Because today, Mel Kiper's mock draft just shook the offseason of the Washington Commanders. Yes, you heard right. Kiper, the draft guru, throws a projectile straight to the chest. Maxwell Hairston, the CB from Kentucky, who FLEW at the combine with a 40-yard dash of 4.28 seconds. And now, he links him to the 29th pick in the first round. What is the franchise playing at here? Is this the definitive move to fix a secondary that crumbled in 2024? Let me break it down. First, who is Hairston? A predator. 6 interceptions, 3 defensive touchdowns in 2 years, and jumps that put him in the top 5 of the combine. But be careful. He measures 5'11" and 183 pounds. Too small for the NFL. Let me tell you this. If you have a speed of 4.28 and aggressiveness in man-to-man coverage, size becomes secondary. Or are you going to tell me the Commanders don't need a CB who can keep up with the Tyreek Hills of this world? Now, the context. What happened with Emmanuel Forbes? We cut him. Martian Lattimore came injured and didn't deliver. Result? A secondary that ended up in intensive care. And with Jayden Daniels in his rookie contract window, the clock is ticking. Don't you think this is the master move? Kiper insists, we need to fortify the secondary. But is it enough? Here's my hot take. Hairston is not just speed. He has instincts, 85 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, and route recognition that would make an offensive coordinator cry. Can you imagine this rookie running interceptions? Like they were TDs? Don't tell me it's not attractive. But wait, what if we prioritize the defensive line? Kiper mentions a run stopper. Is it worth ignoring that need for a CB? I think not. With Dan Quinn at the helm, an aggressive defensive. Scheme needs cornerbacks who play without fear. Hairston is that kind of player. Remember the days of Darryl Green? Pure speed, lionsheart.now, I ask. Is the franchise betting too much on flash instead of solidity? Because yes, Hairston shines. But will he withstand the physicality of the NFL? And what if we prioritize protection for Daniels or a receiver? The controversy is served. Gentlemen of Washington, if you want to maximize the Jayden Daniels era, you need a defense that gives you the ball back. With Hairston, you not only get an interception hunter, you get a momentum changer. Every steal of his is another attack for Daniels. Is it worth the risk? With this window of opportunity, of course it is. Do you think Maxwell Hairston is the CB that will take the Commanders to the next level, or do you prefer the franchise to focus their first pick on the defensive line or a weapon for Daniels? Ultimatum in Washington. Is John Bates leaving the Commanders? Let's talk straight. What's up, Commanders fan? Free agency is just 1 week away, and the chaos is already starting to brew. Do you know whose name everyone is whispering in the league? John Bates, the veteran tight end. Yes, the same one who has been holding it down in Washington for years. And now, it looks like he might leave the Capitol? Let's break this down like a defensive line tackle. Is Washington about to make a historic mistake? ESPN just dropped the bomb. Jeremy Fowler and Dan Graziano point to Bates as the hidden free agent everyone should watch. And do you know why? Because this man is not just any tight end. Expert blockers in the run game get juicy contracts, say the analysts. Now, I ask you, how many tight ends in the NFL can neutralize a linebacker like Bates does? Hold on, because there aren't many. But here's the problem, Commander Nation. Washington already has Ben Sinnott, their second-round pick of 2024, and they might draft another rookie this year. And I ask you, do you really think a couple of rookies are going to replace Bates' experience and leadership? Let me tell you this clearly, simply nitrogen monoxide. Or have you forgotten how this man has been the protective shield for Sam Howell and now Jayden Daniels? Without a blocker like him, that backfield is going to look like an open highway. Here's the key play. Rivals are already sniffing around Bates. Teams with more cap space and desperate to strengthen their line. And Washington, they have to decide whether to pay to keep him or trust that Sinnott and a rookie will do the job. But I warn you, if they let Bates go to save a few million, they're going to regret it on every third down. Or do you think a rookie is going to read defenses like a 4-season veteran? And now, my controversial prediction. If Bates signs with an NFC East rival, get ready for hell. Imagine him blocking for the Giants or Eagles against US. It would be a colossal betrayal. But of course, it all depends on the money. How far is Washington willing to go? Because if he's offered an $8 million a year contract, do they have the guts to match it? And now the key question for you. Is it worth shelling out a good sum for John Bates? Or do you blindly trust that Ben Sinnott and a rookie will fill his absence? Let me see those comments, Commanders. Are you ready to bet everything on the young guys? Or do you demand that management retain a proven warrior like Bates? Commanders, it's time to define the team's future. Pick 29 in the NFL draft. Conerly as a solid pillar on the offensive line. Savainia for his tactical versatility, or a risky move hoping that Booker Campbell miraculously fall. Which strategy gives you more confidence to protect Jaden Daniels and build a lethal offense? On defense, is Maxwell highest in the CB we need to seal the secondary? Or do you prefer Washington to use their first pick on a defensive line monster or a star receiver to boost Daniels? Your opinion could decide the team's balance. And the John Bates dilemma. Invest in retaining the battle-tested Tay, or trust 100% in rookie Ben Sinnott and bet everything on young talent. Is it worth the risk, or do you demand management keep a key veteran? We want to read your strategies in the comments. Commander Nation, are you ready to be the voice of this new era? Subscribe, activate notifications, and join this family that beats to the rhythm of burgundy and gold. Together we will build a legacy. And remember, hail to the Redskins.